Well, we were almost off the hook. We almost were able to get away with writing the equation of a circle without having to complete the square. And here we are, the general form of a circle. The general form of a circle does not give us the center, nor does it give us the radius. And that's what we need in order to sketch the graph. So if I want to sketch this graph, I need to know the center, and I need to know the radius length. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to organize so that all of our x's are together, all of our y's together, and we're going to move that constant to the other side. So step 1, reorganize 4x squared plus 20x plus 4y squared minus 16y equals negative 37. Then I'm going to look at my x values together, and then I'll look at the y values together. The x values, I need to factor out the 4. You should remember this from your college algebra, completing the square. So I'm going to go over it quickly for you. You're going to factor out the leading coefficient. So if you're writing steps down, hopefully you got this. You're going to first group your x's together, group your y's together, get the constant on the other side. Step 2, you're going to look at your two x terms, and you're going to factor out the leading coefficient. Just the leading coefficient. Leave room to complete the square. Then we're going to do the same with the y. We're going to factor out the leading coefficient, just the coefficient. And then we are going to leave room to complete the square. And that is going to equal negative 37 in this case, plus we're going to have to add on the left side and add on the right side. So whatever we add to the left, we're going to add to the right, and we're going to end up having to do that twice because we're going to complete the square for our x values and then also complete the square for our y values. So when we complete the square, we take half of the linear term and square it. So half of 5 is 5 halves, and then we're going to square it 25 fourths. No decimals. No decimals. Now, what did we just do over here on the left? We didn't add 25 fourths, we added 4 times 25 fourths, so we really added 25. So I'm going to add 25 on the other side of the equation. Okay, next we are going to take half of the linear term, square it. 2 squared is 4. Then we're going to use our distributive property. What did we really do? We added 16. So I'm going to add 16 on the opposite side of the equation. So we have 4 times the quantity, x plus 5 halves squared, plus 4 times the quantity, y minus 2 quantity squared, equals, I believe we've got 4. Now we're going to divide each term by 4 so that we can get rid of that coefficient out front that doesn't belong. And we're going to get x plus 5 over 2 squared plus y minus 2 quantity squared equals 1. The center is negative 5 over 2, comma 2, which is negative 2.5, comma 2. I'm only putting the decimal there so that you get an idea of how far to the left you're going from the origin when you plot your center. And the radius is the square root of 1, which is 1. So now I'm going to draw this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So we're going to go left 2.5, up 2. And then my radius, right 1, left 1, up 1, down 1. And there's your circle. So you are ready to try this next one. So here's checkpoint 5. Write the equation of the circle x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 2y plus 1 equals 0 in standard form. So right now it's in general form. We want to write it in standard form and sketch its graph. Go ahead and press pause, and when you're ready to reveal the answer, come on back. Okay, you should be back now, and I'm going to give you the quick answer right here. We've got a center at 2, -1, and we have a radius equal to 2. So our beautiful graph I'm really going to make this one beautiful. Look at that. Okay, 2, -1, there's our center. And then our radius is 2, so up 2 from the center, down 2 from the center, left 2 from the center, right 2 from the center, and then connect those dots in a circle, and there's our circle. I'm going to quickly, if you need me to show the work, I'm going to quickly come over here, show the work, so that you can check to see where you might have made your mistake. No leading coefficient to factor out, so I can go right to completing the square. Complete the square over here. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4, so we're going to add 4 on the right as well. Half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. We'll add 1 on the right as well. So we get x minus 2 quantity squared. This 2 falls right in there. Plus y plus 1 quantity squared. This 1 falls right in there. Equals -1 plus 4 plus 1 is 4. Don't need to divide by anything because there's no coefficient in front of those parentheses. So the center is 2, -1. Got it? And the radius is equal to the square root of 4, which is 2.